In this video, we are going over some soccer nutrition tips in order to help you stop eating junk food so often. What's up guys, it's Dave here from SimplySoccer, where we are helping you to improve your game and stand out on the pitch, and we release daily soccer tip, technique, and training videos just like this one. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and that bell icon. In today's video, I want to touch upon a topic that is really close to me because I'm someone who has a very aggressive sweet tooth sometimes. So I want to go over some of the strategies I use to avoid junk food, because as we know, junk food is something that is going to hurt your health, is going to hurt your performance on the pitch, especially if you eat it very often. So the first piece of advice I'm going to give you is one of the most crucial, and I find one of the best ways to stop eating the sweets, stop eating the junk food, to stop snacking out when you shouldn't be, and that's to set up your home and your environment in a way where these things are not available. The fact of the matter is you can't eat cookies or junk food or whatever else, candy, if it's not in your house, if it's not in your environment. When you have to deliberately go out to go get junk food, you know, it's a lot harder or a lot easier to resist that temptation. But when something is in your general vicinity, for example, if I only have to take 10 steps that way to go grab a cookie or, you know, Swedish fish or whatever it is, your candy of choice or junk food of choice, then, you know, it's going to be much more likely I'm going to go and do that. And you can tell yourself all that you want that you are going to resist the junk food even if it's in your house. I've told myself that as well. When I would live with people who had a lot of junk food there, I just told myself, you know what? I'll just resist it. I can resist it. I have willpower. Well, here's the thing. That may work for a little bit, but you will find that you have weak moments where your willpower is low, where you're tired or something of that nature, and the urge to eat that stuff will just be too strong, and you will. So the best thing you can do is set up your environment in a way where the junk food just isn't there. It isn't available. Now, it's not just about removing the junk food. It's now about replacing that food with healthier alternatives. So things like fruits and veggies, seeds and nuts are a great snack as well. Things like yogurt, things of this nature that are healthy for you, but also will give you, will settle that craving you have, or will, if you get hungry, can be something you can just go to instead of going to the snacky, junky item you used to go to. So for me, I really like to have fruit around. I really like nuts and seeds. Like pumpkin seeds is something I always have, and sunflower seeds because I really like them. They're, you know, fun just to munch on, and if I ever have like a craving and it's not meal time, I'll eat something like that. And this is a great alternative because instead of, you know, reaching for the cookie, which I don't have anymore even available to me, I go, oh, I got some sunflower seeds. I'll just have those instead, which are very healthy, high in protein, and, you know, just works out much better. So that's the first tip, is set up your environment in a way that will prevent you from eating junk food and will encourage you to eating healthier alternatives. Second thing is stop eating out so much. You know, fast food is also junk food. A lot of food you can get at restaurants is also junk food. Like if you go to a restaurant and you're getting nachos and, you know, many of the other appetizers that are just not healthy for you, that's still junk food. It does not have to be wrapped up in a package in order to be junk food and be bad for you. You know, you still have those cravings, and those cravings can be satisfied through fast food or other means. And the best way to combat this, again, is environment and to stop eating out as much. Now, you can always eat out every now and then, and there are, of course, healthy places you can go to, but I find the way to make sure you're eating healthy and you're avoiding junk is to cook it up yourself. Now, you might say that you don't know how to cook or anything like that, and I can tell you my cooking skills are very low as well, but I know how to cook things like chicken, you know, certain vegetables, eggs is very easy. Like, I know how to cook enough to where I can eat a healthy diet, and I don't need to eat junk food. And honestly, it does not take that long to learn how to cook some chicken or cook some eggs or use an oven where you literally just prepare it, you put it in there, you wait for the allotted amount of time, and then your meal is ready. And you can make so many healthy meals just doing that. So the excuse of I don't know how to cook or I don't know what I'm doing is a very lame one, I'm just gonna say, and one that you shouldn't use because, again, there's so many tutorials you can watch, there's so many ways you can learn how to cook, and honestly, it'll take you not even a week to learn how to cook enough healthy meals to last you for the whole day or even the whole week. So if that's your excuse, that's not a good one. Learn how to cook at least to the point where you can make some healthy chicken and rice meals or chicken and vegetables, you know, eggs and certain things of that nature. nature. And once you learn how to do that, you're really good to go. Another thing I really encourage you to do, and again, not mandatory, but is to schedule out your meals. And what this allows you to do is you don't have as much time to eat the junk food, because a lot of times we'll eat junk food because we don't really have a meal plan. You know, we'll get hungry at a certain time, and because we haven't been eating meals regularly, we're getting those hunger pangs. And again, the convenience of just eating some junk food sometimes can't be beaten. But by scheduling out your meals, you know when your next meal is coming, and you're also not going to be as hungry throughout the day if you do it right. You'll be eating, you know, every 2.5 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours or whatever you decide to schedule, which means you're going to be satisfied for most of the day and you're not going to get as many hunger cravings. Last piece of advice I'm going to give you is, if you're struggling with this at first, it's okay. You can forgive yourself for indulging a little bit, but use the 80-20 rule. And the 80-20 rule is eating clean 80% of the time. So that's healthy, that's your fruits and veggies, good lean meats, that's your nuts and seeds, things of that nature. And then 20% of the time, it's fun stuff. So maybe it's the candy, you get the cheat meals, the burgers, the things that are fun to eat but aren't necessarily healthy. Now, I will just say the 80-20 rule does have some drawbacks. Like the 80-20 rule is a means to an end. You want to get to the 80-20 rule and then move on to the 90-10 rule and then the 95-5 rule. I mean, the more healthy you can make it, the better. And what you can do, and something a lot of people do, is they have one cheat day or one cheat meal a week. And the only way to get that cheat meal is they earn it by sticking with their schedule the rest of the week. So if you really are addicted to junk food and you are struggling to eat clean most of the time, do the 80-20 rule at first, where again, you can eat clean, healthy 80% of the time, and then have fun 20% of the other time. Just recognize this is not a permanent solution. This is just a beginning, a start towards eating healthier and avoiding junk. All right, guys, so I hope that video has been helpful. If you want more videos of this nature, just let me know. When it comes to this thing, again, the best piece of advice I think was the first one, which is setting up your environment so that the food is not there and that you have healthy food instead. Because again, that's just how we operate. We'll eat the things around us sometimes when we're not thinking. So make sure that you have the fruit, the vegetables, the nuts and seeds around you instead of the Skittles and the junky foods and the Cheetos and whatever else. Thanks once again for watching. I will put 2 other videos up on the screen so you can continue to learn and improve as a footballer. Please like and share this video if you got something out of it or if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video.